Hi, hello. Oh, my fringe has gone a bit wonky. You wouldn't think I'd just brushed it before I came on here, would you? Obviously, I didn't brush it very well, did I? Ah, dear. How is everybody? How is you all? Well, at least it stopped raining. Oh, dear, it was raining. Oh, excuse me when I get comfy. Let's see who's the first one on today. Well, according to this, I've got 2 people on here, but nobody's speaking to me. Come along, say hello. I won't bite. It's not midnight yet. I turn into a vampire at midnight. Oh, hello, Sophie. You're the first one today. Congratulations. It's usually Nathan. Oh, dear. What's the weather like in your neck of the woods? It's not raining here. Thank goodness. Not raining at the moment. We went to Lytham on Thursday, and it would have been lovely, but it absolutely bounced it down with rain. I got saturated because I had my wheeler, and I couldn't hold my wheeler and my umbrella at the same time. So I got soaking wet. Had a nice toasty sandwich, though. We went in a little cafe. You just had a shower. Well, it looks as though it might. I had a shawl on the line, but I just brought it in because it didn't look too promising. My poor little bulbs, my poor little plants, they were nearly floating in the plant pots. I'm surprised they've survived. I've actually got some that's pushing the little heads up out the soil, which has surprised me no end, tell you. Because on Thursday, oh boy, did we get wet. Oh, good evening, Linda. It was throwing it down there as well. Sophie's had a bit of a shower. I won't say you are a shower, Sophie. You've had a bit of a shower. Oh, dear. No, it looks as though it's threatening here, Linda, to be honest with you. I've just brought my shawl in off the line. It was a bit wet, but it's not actually dripping, so I brought it in. Yeah. Oh. I haven't managed to watch Leslie yet. I was too busy watching everybody else. I was watching Stitched by Mrs. D and a couple of others. So I'm saving Leslie. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm sure she won't mind. Sure she won't mind. Well, I started another shawl, but I'm doing it. It's sort of a miserable colour, really. It's I got given some yarn. Again, I'm so lucky, really. It's not for me personally. It's for me, doing the shawls for the oldies. I got given some country style. It's 4-ply, so I've doubled it up. It's, it doesn't have a colour. No, it doesn't call it a colour. It's sort of like a russety colour. I don't know what colour you call it. I started doing a lap blanket, but I lost the will to live, so I pulled it back. And I also got given some of this, which I don't know what it is, but it looks a little bit like 4-ply as well. It's got sort of charcoal. It looks blue on here, doesn't it? But it's like a charcoal grey with, that's a green, actually. It looks blue on here. A green with a bit of pink. So I've got given 4 of those, I think, but they've got no labels. As I say, I think they're 4-ply. The country style is definitely 4-ply because it's got it written on the side. It's got 4-ply. So I thought there's no way. I know you said so, Sophie, but it's better to undo it if it's gone wrong because you can only spot it, can't you? And it bugs you, doesn't it, when you see a mistake? I'm like that. Doesn't matter how far up I've got with something. If I see a mistake, it has to come back. I can't live with it, a mistake, yeah. And people have said to me, you're taking it all back, And I'm going, yeah, because I can't. Oh, what's up with this? I mean, things flashing. Not me flashing. The computer's flashing. But, you know, people have said, are you taking it all back? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not happy. And if I'm not happy with it, I have to take it back. Yeah. Oh, I've got 12 people in, and there's only 2 people talking to me. The other 10 must be being incognito. They're lurking. This thing is it flashing to you? It's flashing to me. The picture keeps flashing. Well, it's about time I had a flash. Been a long time since anybody flashed me, I tell you. So what we all been doing? I was doing it again. What we all been doing today? Oh, hi, Munchkin. Nancy Nora. Norma. I've given you 3 names now. Nancy, Norma, Nora. It keeps flashing on your screen as well. I don't know what's up with it. Don't know what's wrong with it so long as it stays on. I don't want it to go off. Yeah, so I did 2 rows on a lap blanket and lost the will to live. I don't know how you people do lap blankets. It just... I thought, you are not going to do this, Janet. You are just not going to do it. So I pulled it. Oh, it's doing it again. I pulled it back, as we say. Sophie, better to pull it back than to leave it when wrong. And you know you're not going to do it, yeah? So I decided to do like a granny stitch shawl. Because a guy might wear it, you know, if he's cold. So I thought it's kind of like a guy's colour, unless ladies are into, you know, deeper colours. That's why I was going to do a lap blanket instead of a shawl, because I thought, what about the poor guys? You know, I'm leaving them out, aren't I? But they're going to be left out because I can't be doing with it. I can't be doing with it at all. No lap blankets in this house. I made myself one in yellow for my scooter, but I made it in double knit done double, so it grew quite quickly actually. But this is 4-ply done double, so it's only oh, I know, aren't they revolting? I'm sorry. I cannot think of any guys who would walk around wearing them. Well, I suppose it depends on the guy, doesn't it? You know, if he was a bit of a hunk, I might forgive him for wearing a pair of crochet shorts, as long as we didn't go out in public, yeah. You've not been winning at bingo. You can't win all the time. Yeah. You're cursing your Kathy. Well, you would pick that pattern, Linda, when you knew you're going to change it. You weren't going to do this and you weren't going to do that. So, you know, I don't know why you bought the pattern, to be quite frank. Because you made it longer and you made it bigger or whatever it was you've made it. So, adaptations to the pattern are putting it mildly. That's me that does that, not you. Yeah. No, I have seen them. I don't think even Nathan would have worn them, you know. Or Chris, for that matter. There's a guy called Gregory Stitch. He does some weird and wonderful things. I mean, it's mostly for effect, I think, or for catwalks he does them for. I can't think anybody really would walk. He used to threaten to make Bob a pair. He should have made him a pair of crochet Speedos, and then they would have drooped in the water. Hey, donkeys years ago, our granddad used to have knitted swimsuits. And when they came out of the water, they didn't leave a whole lot to the imagination. I don't think I ever had a knitted swimsuit. I had one of those bubble things that my mum made for me. You know, you sew it with shearing elastic in. And every time you went in the water, it would bum, 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 bum. Well, you could knit a bra, but it wouldn't be much support. I've made those little bra tops, you know, that they wear at festivals. But to be honest with you, I couldn't sell them. Nobody wanted them. Whereas in America, the women over there that make them in America are selling them for fun. I suppose it's not the weather over here, is it? I've got about half a dozen, I think, in the shed that I made. I wouldn't call them bras, though. They're more like a bralette. But you'd have to be very well supported, otherwise you'd be wearing your boobs round your knees, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Harry? They're not very supportive. I mean, they used to knit underwear, didn't they? I've got a book that was my grandma's, a knitted book. And there's knitted combinations, you know, with buttons on that drop down while you went under loop. No. 14 and a half stone of me wouldn't look good either. So, you know, I don't think any men would look good really in. Maybe Tom Daly might look okay. So I wonder he hasn't made a pair. He's got the physique, hasn't he, Tom Daly, you know. He goes in and out in all the right places, if you know what I mean. He hasn't got a pot belly like most men. Or women, for that matter. Says me, keeping my belly covered up, yeah. Most people, when they get to a certain age, have got bellies, haven't they, you know? Unless they do push-ups and go to the gym regularly. I've never been a gym bunny. My friend, who's equally as disabled as me, she keeps saying, I used to go to the gym. I said, you wouldn't do it now, Kim. You'd never make it. You know, oh, this thing's flashing. It's getting on my nerves. I hope nobody's epileptic. They're going to be having a funny turn, aren't they? Dear me. Yeah, I finished another shawl. I did a dark pink virus shawl. I did a pale pink virus shawl. And I had a bit of wool left over, a bit of yarn, a bit of wool. So I made a Doris Chan all shawl. If you're interested in the pattern, it used to be free on Ravelry. Yeah. So I've made one in pale green. That's the one that's on the line, yeah. I mean, I did run out of the pale pink, so I had to finish the bottom off just in the darker pink, but it'll keep some old dear warm, won't it? Yeah. Sure they won't be bothered. I've made hundreds of these patterns. Like I say, it was a free pattern. Doris Chan, all shawl, yeah. Dead easy, dead easy. I've just done a pale green one, but as I say, it's just drying. I'll have to show you that next week. It's a bit soggy at the moment. But I'm doing a boring granny square. Manny, I had to look up. I had to look up on YouTube how to start it. I'd completely forgotten. Baby clothes. I have got a garage with about 20 baby cardigans in it, which I need to take photographs of and try to put them up for sale. Oh, it's a worry. eBay are making you send everything tracked. So the postage would be about, I think, I did ask Sheila and she said it was £4.05 to post a baby cardigan. So, I mean, that's going to put the price up, isn't it? You know, I might actually go into sell them if I've got to charge £4.05 for postage. You know. And yet I've got about 20 little baby cardigans in the garage ready for selling. I made them when I was getting ready to move because I didn't want to start anything big because I didn't know when I was actually going to be moving. The necklace has got all, shadowy telling me off. You know, that's why I started doing these shawls, because I didn't want to start doing anything big while I was getting ready to move. And also I'd packed all my big amounts of wool away. I'd just left myself with oddballs of this, that and the other. So I made loads and loads of baby cardigans. I knitted them, I crocheted them and everything. And they're all in the shed. Not the shed. No, they're not. They're in the garage. Yeah. I'll keep calling it a shed. I've actually found the thing that was on the outside. I don't know. I've never thought about Facebook. I always think of Facebook like Marketplace, where they want everything for £2, you know. And I don't want people coming to my door. You know, I don't want anybody knocking on. You know, when you live alone, you have to be a bit more careful, don't you? You don't want people trotting up, you know, giving your address out and stuff. I mean, that's me. I mean, when people actually, in the past, when they said they wanted to send me bits and pieces, I thought about getting a post office box, but they're £40-something a month for a post office box. I'm like, what? So anything I sell, really, I would have to post it because I'm not having people coming to my door. It was different when I lived with the family because, you know, my son or my daughter-in-law would answer the door and we had the dogs going, rah, 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 rah. But, you know, that was a bit of a deterrent. But here I'm on my own, so I don't fancy opening the door to a stranger, you know. Maybe I'm being overly cautious, but these days you never know, do you? Well, I don't know whether you can post things off on Facebook. I really don't know, yeah. I noticed I watched Stitched by Mrs. D. She's come off Etsy as well. You know, everybody's coming off Etsy. I'm surprised they're still going. They charge so much fees and that. But eBay's getting this bad. I mean, making you send everything tracked and, oh. You know, I know I used to send things tracked, but I used to do them tracked at the post office and they weren't as dear as what eBay's trying to charge you. Well, I'm doing all right. I don't know about fantastic. That's pushing it a bit. I'm breathing in and out and I'm doing okay. Will that do for you, Esther? But fantastic, no, that's just a little bit too far today. I'm not feeling fantastic. Hey dear. Is anybody else feeling fantastic for Esther? How are we feeling? Tickety-boo. Bouncing with energy. Because if you are, what are you on? And tell me about it. I started taking glucosamine and I was doing really well on it, but the back taste and the heartburn. So I looked it up on Google and I thought, is it just me? Apparently, no. It can cause you like digestion problems and it makes you like a back taste. Oh, disgusting. So I'm afraid, even though they were doing me good, the glucosamine, I am not taking them anymore. I can't be doing with the taste. It was awful. I can't describe it. Ugh, horrible. It's like I had, catarrh and everything. I went to the doctors and I told him about it while I was doing something else. And he gave me these drops. No. They make you want to heave. He said, they might run down the back of your nose and go into your mouth, in which case they're not very nice tasting. Understatement of the year. They are tasting. So that's another set of medication I won't be taking. Why does everything have to taste so vile? They can make sweets and everything taste gorgeous, so why can't they do it with medication? Hi, you said. Probably because we'd all be swigging it, wouldn't we? If it tasted like sweeties and toffees, yeah. We'd all be... So they make it taste vile, so you won't overdose on it. There is no chance of me overdosing on that glucosamine. But as I say, it's a shame because I did actually feel better. My joints and that felt better when I was taking it. Cod liver oil, I don't mind. I can taste the back taste on that, but I don't mind cod liver oil. Don't mind it at all. But that glucosamine, oh, that is, it tastes like, if you were to get a spoonful of dry herbs, you know, out the Schwartz bottle, and put it in your mouth. That's sort of that kind of taste, yeah. That's what it tastes like, a spoonful of dried herbs. So I don't know where glucosamine comes from, whether you can get it in a better form. I think it wouldn't be so bad if it was liquid, but it's like powder inside a capsule. When that capsule dissolves, the powder. No, I used to love cod liver oil on malt when my mum used to give it me. I used to ask for another spoon. Anybody else got weird taste like that? My son used to like, I think it was called Viral. It was a bit like a sort of Bovril type of thing, but it was sticky. And I used to put it on his dummy, you know, when he was crying in the night, because I didn't want to give him anything sweet. You know, like people used to put jam or sugar or honey or something. I didn't want to do that for his teeth, so I used to give him this thing called Viral. It was in a jar, you know, like a sticky malt. It was malt. He loved it. He used to be smacking his lips, yeah. Hi, Lizzie. Yeah. Did you see my video I put up on the Saturday night where, what's she called? Afraid something or other. She went to the Lake District. She climbed up Helvellyn, but she also went in the shops. Oh, they did look lovely. I mean, she got rain. But she went in that shop where, you know, they do lunar lapping. You know, that felt rabbit that everybody makes. Very, very expensive. She went in the shop there. And there was all these different animals, like from lunar lapping and that. And I thought, oh, I bet Lizzie would love to go in that shop. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, please. I'm not begging. I am really, but, you know, it does help. It is beautiful up in the Lake District. I mean, unfortunately, she got the rain, didn't she? I mean, when I went to Lytham, I would have loved to have looked around Lytham, but oh dear, did it rain? Oh, boom. You'd like Lytham as well, Lizzie. It had all these little shops. But the charity shops, I mean, one of them, it was laid out beautiful. It was like a fantastic, really upmarket boutique. You wouldn't have thought it was a charity shop, but boy, the prices. I think it was a shop. My niece saw a scarf. It was a flimsy scarf in the window, but it was £20. And then another shop had Radley handbags, £50. I thought, I know Radley handbags are expensive, but these are second-hand ones, £50. I thought, no, I shall give them a miss. You're coming over. You need to go to the Lake District. It's lovely up there if you've not been. I'm afraid my screen keeps flashing and I don't know why. So if you're epileptic, please look away. Yeah. You can't find a Kofi link. I thought I put it underneath. I usually put it underneath me show notes, whatever they call them. I usually put Kofi. Kofi link. Oh, you need to go to the Lake Districts. They are beautiful, honestly. If the weather's nice, of course. If the weather's terrible, it's like the Lake District in the rain. I'm very unlucky with Scotland. Very, very unlucky with Scotland. Every time I put my nose over the border, it rains. I don't know why. Yeah, my Kofi link, if anybody's feeling generous and wish you to treat me to a coffee. It's not obligatory. It's just nice if you do. It should be underneath. Should be underneath. Yeah. Oh, I didn't show you my wind chime. Not my wind chime. I showed you my wind chime, didn't I? But I didn't show you my sun catcher. I should put a picture up on that. It's very pretty. I haven't found anywhere to hang it yet. Oh, you're leaving for Greece. I want to come with you. I love Greece. You know I do. I love Skiathos, but I'll never get back there again because it's all uphill, downhill, steps and cobbles. And I have enough trouble on the flats, you know. But that's why I got so wet when we went to Lytham, because I had my wheeler. I was pushing my wheeler. I couldn't put my umbrella up because I couldn't do two things at once. Because if you push your wheeler with one hand, you go around in a circle, you know. So I had to get wet. And the worst thing was, I'd put hair lacquer on. And I don't know whether you've got wet hair lacquer. It goes like glue. And then we had to go in Morrison's after that. I don't know what the heck I look like. Wurzel Gummidge, I think. Still, I enjoy myself in Morrison's, though. I know it sounds stupid when you go. I don't like going food shopping because I hate the tatty shops, what I call them, you know, all the little. And I went in Morrison's, I'm like, woohoo, quite like it in here, yeah. There ain't no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather. My next says, since my love and I not together, keeps raining all the time. Is that why it keeps raining? Because I haven't got a love. Well, I might have a love, but he doesn't love me, so. It's no fun, is it, when you've got your eye on somebody and they don't have their eye on you? Oh, you found it? Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah. I was listening to, I love the Backstreet Boys. And then I went on to Westlife this afternoon while I was crocheting. I was in the conservatory. That's a posh word for the little square bit on the back of my house. But I was in there because it was quite nice, actually. I meant, hi, Vima. Is it Vima or Vima? Vima. I meant to do some planting, but I just wasn't in the mood. Oh, thank you for finding my channel. Now, my poor little bulbs were floating near enough this week. I had to tip water out of the plant pots. They were oh, God, they were so wet. You like Westlife too? Oh, you spot on, Vima. Is it Vima? Am I saying it right? Am I insulting you or am I doing it right? Thank you for subbing to me. I need to get back into doing videos. I really do. I keep thinking about it and then I'm such a lazy so-and-so. I just procrastinate and think, I'll do one next week. And of course, next week never comes, does it? I even got my friend to show me how to use my camera. So there's hope. But you know what they said about hope? Hope died, yeah. But I'm just busy, kind of, you know, with my plants. But despite all the rain and despite my little bulbs being flooded, some of them are coming up. They must like being wet. It's Vima. Vima. Right, I didn't want to insult you, Vima. I have a habit of pronouncing, you ask Munchkin because I call her Nancy Nora Norma now, because I never get her name right. She's only got one name. But because I can never remember if it's Nancy or Norma or... I went on Wednesday, I just about made it to Knit Club because I had to go to the hospital about my eyes. You know, another problem. You get older, you get these things happening, don't you? So it's my peripheral vision or something or other. So I had to press they flash little lights all round like that. And every time you see a little light, you press a little button. Well, we were doing great with the right eye. Press, 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 press. Left eye. No press, no press, no press, no press. Can't see. Eye's gone black. Can't see anything. And she's going, oh dear. Oh, I think I'm going to have to refer you. Hi, excuse me. Thank you for the thumbs up. So I don't know what's going on. But it was just like a black film had come over my eye when I was supposed to be like looking at these lights and pressing this. I couldn't see them. And then it would clear. And then I was press, 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 press. And then it would come back over again. Weird. Never happened like that before. Weird. Maybe I need my eyes lasering again. Maybe. I'm not worried about it. It'll all come out in the wash. Oh, I'm sorry this thing keeps flashing. Hope nobody's epileptic. Yeah. So what kind of crafting do you do? Do you just do crochet? Vima. I know it's got that in your name, Vima's Crochet. But we're all kind of a bit multi-stitchual, yeah. I crochet mostly, but I do knit as well, but not as much and a lot slower. Lizzie, Greek stitcher, she does cross-stitch embroidery and things like that. Sophie does all kinds of things, really, Sophie. She likes putting them things together. What do you call it? Model kits as well. She does cross-stitch. She does loom knitting. And she loses me with them crafting things, them plastic things. My son used to want me to put them together when he was little, and I could never manage them. You knit and you do patchwork as well. I used to get more glue on me, you know, and I'd be like that, trying to get the glue off the bits. And he's going, "You're not doing it right, Mummy." I'm going, "Hey, Dad, ask your dad to do it." "Oh, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it." He always wanted me to do like aeroplanes. I was all right with the big bits, but when you get to things like the propellers, you know, little tiddly little bit, oh, I was full up with glue. Couldn't do them. My dad was the one that used to do all that for me. Somebody was around, yeah. Oh dear. I was more into cut out dolls when I was younger, as well as sewing and knitting. Well, crochet came along a bit later. I used to love, do you remember those cardboard dollies? You had to cut round the clothes and put little tags on the shoulders. My dad used to hate them. Every time I went to Rochdale or Manchester, oh no, it wasn't Manchester, Rochdale or Oldham with my auntie, she used to buy me one. She used to buy me a book. The dolly used to be like cardboard, and that you didn't have to cut that out. That was already there. But all the little clothes you had to cut round them. And of course, being a kid, I wasn't very clever at going around small things. So I used to say to my dad, "Will you cut this out for me?" He said, "Oh." And he said, "Your auntie's daft for keep buying you these." So, of course, what did I say to my auntie? My dad says you're daft. Which didn't endear him because it was his sister. But, he, you know. You do sewing as well. I used to sew clothes when it was more economical to sew, but I don't now. I've got a sewing machine, but I do more repairs, you know, like I can sew a straight seam and that's about it. I'd love to get into patchwork, but I know I just do not have the patience at all, yeah. I don't, yeah. I used to do most sewing for like Cindy and what's she called, Barbie, for my nieces, and Action Man for my son. That's what I used to do when I did sewing. Not so much sewing for me, although I did used to do some skirts, you know, I wasn't too bad with a straight skirt. But that was the days when you could get a length of material and it was quite inexpensive. But now, oh yeah, the face mask. I think that was more my son's time. Yeah, I don't think they had them when I was a kid. No. We used to get those whiz-bang things, you know, where you used to get them on comics and you used to go boom, and they used to make like a cracking noise when you threw them down. Like they used to be on our comics as well. And aeroplanes with like elastic bands, you know. Yeah, I like watching Talking Pictures on a Sunday at 5 o'clock. And they every week they talk about like old-fashioned sweets, comics, things like that, you know, back from the 50s and stuff. You know, it's all like, do you remember? Then they'd have footage of things, you know, saying, who knows where this is and that. I watch that every week. I think it's great. It's like nostalgia. It takes me right back, yeah. I don't think I had the Bunty. I think we just had Beano and Dandy. And then they had a children's newspaper at one time. It didn't last long for some reason or other. And I used to love that children's newspaper. It used to have articles in it and like crosswords and things like that. Crosswords that were children friendly, you know, not like crosswords. But it didn't last long. I think it was called the children's newspaper. But my mum wasn't one for buying a lot of comics, really. I had to save my pocket money up. She'd buy me that newspaper because she thought it was more educational. But she wouldn't buy me the Beano and the Dandy. I had to buy that myself, and she definitely wouldn't have bought me Bunty. She wouldn't have bought me anything like that. She was very frugal, my mum. She used to really upset me because I used to make clothes for my dolls, and she always called them doll rags. Stop playing with your doll rags. And I kept saying, they're not rags, Mummy. I've made them. The clothes for me dolly. And my aunt was a tailoress, so she taught me to use the sewing machine from a very tiny age. It was a treadle, it wasn't electric. So I used to sew all sorts for me dolls, yeah. But my mum would insist on calling them doll rags. Not very aspiring, is it, when your child could want to be a designer? I mean, I wasn't in that, you know. But when I was a kid, I used to think I was a clothing designer, you know, just because I was designing dresses for me dolls and things. And I used to knit cardigans for me dolls, but of course there were never any doll patterns in those days. You had to do it all yourself. I mean, it tickles me that like people today can't do anything without a YouTube video. There were no such thing as that when I was a kid. But people say, how come you can crochet and knit without a pattern? I said, because there was no patterns, you know. Oh, dear. You went into the shops and there was very little. There was a few baby patterns and stuff, but not many crochet patterns unless there was like a blanket or something. You know, there were knitted patterns and they were always in 3-ply and plain knitting and, you know. I mean, I can remember double knitting came out. I think it was called quicker knitting when I was quite older. There wasn't double knitting when I was a girl. It was all 4-ply and 3-ply. And if you're in America, I don't mean the same. I mean like fingering or lace weight. People who knitted cardigans and jumpers used to knit it in fine. When double knit came out, I thought it was so thick and so quick to knit. And it makes me smile when I watch these American videos and they're like, oh, it's 3-weight. I can't knit with 3-weight. It's too thin. And I'm like, they knit everything in 4-weight, don't they? Even babies. Poor babies must have their arms stuck out at the sides like that. because they can't move in the jumpers. And I was expecting my son had knitted everything in fine. 3-ply, 4-ply. I didn't knit double knit. And there used to be a baby quick in it that was in between a 4-ply and a double knit. I used to knit him a lot in that, yeah. But I never knitted him double knit. It was really thick double knit. He made outdoor coats in double knit. You know, pram suits and things. But now they knit babies in Aaron and chunky, and I'm like, poor little beggars. So only they can move their arms. Got me Frida Kahlo cup. Somebody said, thought it was Elvis. I don't think Elvis wore flowers in his hair. Oh, I've gone all hot now. Ooh. I might have to take my cardi off. I made this week. I had trouble with it because it was so thick. It was supposed to be chunky, but it was no way was it chunky. It was absolutely super duper thick chunky. It was like super chunky. I'll have to undo it. I'm getting up. So I had to faff about with it. I sort of used a pattern, but then I didn't because I had to use a 10mm hook. And I had to alter. Oh, I'm hot. So I wanted it to match the flowers in my dress. Can you see the little pink flowers? I didn't have a cardigan. I had navy blue, but I didn't have pink to make the boys pink. I'll have to take it off for a minute. And I have to put a cardigan on with this dress because it's miles too big. I like it. That's why I'm not getting rid of it, but it's way too big. The last time I wore it, it was pulling on the bust. And now I could fit another me in there. I must have had bust out here. Oh dear, never mind. If I could only lose it off my bottom as well, I'd be all right. Oh, that's better. I got hot. Must have been me coffee. Because I'm past the hot flushes. In fact, I never had them. I never had the hot flushes. I was very lucky, I suppose. I never had the mental pause. So who have you been watching today? I've been watching Stitched by Mrs. D. Watched her. I was going to watch Leslie, which is not quite enough yarn, but I didn't have time because it was a very long video. I watched Afraid Upcycling, I think she's called. She was the one who went walking up Helvellyn. Who else did I watch? Oh, can't remember. Can't remember who else I watched. I tend to watch the narrowboat, as Mindful Narrowboater. I watch her, and then I watch the Narrowboat Pirate. She went to the Crick boat show. I think I put it on Facebook. I would have loved to have gone there. I mean, I don't want a narrowboat, but I just loved there. And everybody was going past her going, oh, she got loads of bottles of rum given to her. Because that's what she likes, being a pirate. She likes rum. So she must have enough rum to last her all year, you know. But she won the Narrowboat Podcaster of the Year award. But I would have loved to have gone because I like having a nosy on boats, even though I'm never going to get one. We used to go to the boat show, not the narrowboat show, just the boat show in London. Me and my ex-husband, well, he wasn't my ex at the time. He had delusions of grandeur. He wanted a yacht, you know, ocean going, you know, like we would have ever had the money to buy an ocean going yacht. You know, the kind like that, what would he call? Ted Heath had and things like that, yeah. We went aboard quite a few, you know, down at the boat show. They were gorgeous. Oh, but the money, you know, they would cost the same as a house. And when you think, you know, the thing can capsize and sink and you can lose the flipping thing. He did have this stupid idea at one time that we would buy one and go around the world and cruise and that. And I said, well, what about, you know, my son? Because he was still at school, you know. Oh, we said we could leave him with your mum. I thought, oh, really? Sure, my mother would have been overjoyed having to take him to school every morning, yeah. And I'm sure my son would have been overjoyed as well, being left with his grandma. Oh, dear. Needless to say, we never had the money, so we never bought one. And I definitely wasn't selling my house just to go and buy one. My cousin actually lived on one for years and years. Her husband was a sailor. He was in the Navy and everything. And when he retired, and they used to cruise all around the Caribbean and the Bahamas and that. They don't do it now. They sold their boat a few years back. They're on terra firma now. This thing keeps flashing. What is wrong with it? It must be the signal or something. Yeah, she's my age, like, so they sold up, and I think her husband's a bit older. They're on terra firma now. I haven't seen them for years. That's the trouble with our family's so large that I've lost touch with. So this is flashing and stop it! Stop flashing! It's not my lights. It's this thing. You know, our family's so large on my mum's side that, you know, I've lost touch with half of my cousins have died now because they're a lot older than me. And on my dad's side, I've not got many left on my dad's side. I didn't have that many on my dad's side. I only had 4, 5, 6, 7 on my dad's side. And now I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 left on my dad's side. But on my mum's side, I've got hundreds. Well, I did have hundreds. A lot of them have died now. I was late to parade when my mum had me when she was quite older. So a lot of my cousins were born a long time before me. I just lost my last auntie this year. No, last 2 aunties, but they were aunties by marriage, not aunties by birth. I lost them both this year. They were the last 2 of my mum's brother's wives, yeah. They were both in their 90s, yeah. We come from a family that live a long time. You know, I hate to tell you this, you're going to be stuck with me for a while, yeah. I don't know whether I'll be making videos when I'm 90, but you never know. You never know, you're lucky in a raffle. We haven't had Nathan, have we yet? Where's Nathan? He's around because he messaged me just before we started. And no Chris yet either. And nobody's talking to me. Not for ages is anybody talking to me. And there's 28 people in the room and nobody's talking to me. I'm getting a complex. Is it all because of this flashing? Is it? Oh, it's putting me off. I don't know about you. But if I start all over again, I'll lose everybody and everybody will have to find me again. So, and then I can't guarantee I'll get rid of the flashing. It's very annoying. It looks like you've got a fluorescent tube that keeps doing that. Kaz, no, I haven't heard from her. She's been on Facebook. But she's not been on here for quite some time now. I don't know whether we've upset her or what. I mean, I know she did find it difficult to come on here because she was usually working on a Sunday. But she did used to pop on, didn't she? But as I say, she's still on Facebook. But not as Kazraz. She's Carol Lee, I think, on Facebook. If you want to find her. No, you're not on Facebook. No, she posts things from time to time. I wouldn't say she's an avid Facebooker. I'm on Facebook, but I don't normally post me dinner and things like that, yeah. Yeah, I was beginning to think this chat was stuck because nobody was talking to me. I thought you'd all gone off me. I thought I was talking to myself because I'm used to doing that, yeah. Oh, I've got a loopy bit there. Well, I'm not pulling it back. I usually do, but it's not for me, this. It's only for some old dear. Oh, that's she. Probably older than the old dear who's going to get the shawl. But never mind. My friends laugh at me when I say I'm making these for the old dears, and they go, "You're an old dear." I said, "Yes, I know, but I can make my own shawl." Got a bandana. A bandana. That's what it's called. This reminds me when I went to, last time I went to Skiathos, I was crocheting a granny stitch shawl on the plane, and yeah, I did go to knit club after I went to have my eyes sorted out, yeah. Well, I didn't get them sorted out, get them tested. And then I just had time to come home, get my scooter out and go to knit club. I didn't go to Monday because it was Bank Holiday Monday and it was closed. But I did give my friend the teddy bears I'd made, and she gave them to the library, so, because they wanted them by the end of May. So this Monday would have been June, wouldn't it? So, but they said they wanted them by the end of May, so I wouldn't have had time. No, I've never really posted my dinner. I think I did once when I got some Caribbean. She's doing all right. I mean, she can only go when Val takes her, but Val's actually on a holidays this week. So where's she gone to? Let me think. Oh, I've forgotten. She did tell me where she's gone to. Yeah, because she's 93, I think now. 93. She still goes. She doesn't do any knitting anymore or crocheting. She just comes with Val, you know, to socialise. But I haven't been there for a long time because I can't go now. I won't go in the dark, you know, on my scooter all the way up. It's in Fleetwood, you see. I'm in Cleveley's now. So with it being in the evening, if it was in the daytime, I'd go. And I really feel sad because they're such nice ladies and I liked going, you know. But I can't go on. If I go on the tram, it's a long way on my little scooter to get to the tram, and then it's a long way when I get off the tram, yeah? So, well, I don't fancy going all that way on my big scooter. It's quite a distance, yeah? So sadly, I've not been able to go. But Val hasn't been this week because she went on holiday. Where's she gone? God, you know, I've got a brain of a goldfish. She told me where she's gone to. It's not Newquay. She went to Newquay last time. Oh, I don't know where she's gone. She's away at the moment. That's why she's probably not coming on here. She might pop on. Sometimes she does when she's finished. You know, when they have a cabaret, I think, in the hotels where they stay. So when she's finished her dinner and she's had a cabaret and she's going up to bed, sometimes she pops on. It depends on the Wi-Fi in the hotel. But Alice is not doing too bad, so considering her age, you know. Sometimes I think she's brighter than me. She's got all the marbles. Oh my goodness, has she? You know, she's not gone a bit away with the fairies at all. No, she's quite with it. Is our Alice. On a Monday, we've got a 90-year-old goes on a Monday. Yeah. Hey, Nathan, we were just talking about you. Were your ears burning? I just said, where's Nathan? Where's the boy? And Chris is missing in action as well, yeah. You know, it's not growing, is it? Not growing at all. No, as I was saying before, I started making one on the plane when I was going to Skiathos. And I was doing it on the beach as well. So by the time I'd got home, I'd finished it. I can still remember it. It was in ice yarn and it was gorgeous. It was like pinks and blues. And as soon as I finished it, a lady in America wanted it. That was in the days when I could post to America. I mean, that's the problem now, is because if I put anything for sale, it's bad enough being posted in the UK, but now I can't post it to America. It costs me £30 before I even breathe in the post office to go to America. You were walking Kiki, I see. Kiki is a French bulldog, by the way, if you don't know. I met a guy, the bloke who took me to the hospital in the taxi has 2 boy French bulldogs. And I said to him, oh, do you have trouble training? He said, train them? Train them? He said, you can't train a French bulldog. He said, they do what they want. I said, I'm glad you said that. He said, it takes me all my time to stop and peeing on the carpet. I went, yeah, I know the feeling very well. He said, you can take them for a big long walk and they'll come back and wee. I'm like, yeah, sounds familiar. They are willful little monkeys. Hiya, Enid. How you doing? Where have you been? I bet Enid's been walking somewhere or doing something. Where have you been, Enid? Nathan's been walking the dog. We've got Munchkin on as well. We've got Linda on. And we did have another lady, V. Oh, God, I've forgotten now. V something. Yeah, I went to one knit club this week, that's all. Last week, I should say. This week, I should be able to go to 2. We took the kids for their eye checkups. Dollar Tree, woo! Dollar Tree is probably a bit like our Pound Stretcher, Poundland or whatever. I don't know why they call it Poundland, because nothing's pound anymore. It's like the Pound Bakery that used to be, everything used to be a pound in the Pound Bakery. Now it's about 125, 145. You should come to the UK. It's been raining here. I think we've had our summer. I think we had about 5 days of it, of gorgeous, gorgeous weather. But I did manage to dry the bedding yesterday. I couldn't put it out on Thursday because it rained. And my niece had changed my bed for me, so I had to wash it. So I managed to put it on the line and dry it yesterday, so I was quite happy about that. My washing does eventually dry in the conservatory, but it was full of my washing, so there wasn't room for the bedding. Yeah. I don't go into Poundland very often. In fact, I don't go anywhere very often. As I say, I went to Morrison's at the weekend. I was really pleased. I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Because when you go to Aldi, you're like, I am sick to death of throwing away Aldi fruit. If you buy strawberries, if you don't eat them that day or the day after, they've gone. That's why I normally used to buy my fruit from Marks and Spencer's. I know it's expensive, but at least it stays. I mean, we're on Saturday now. I've put the rest of them. They're still in the fridge and they're still nice. If I'd have got them from Aldi, they would have been gone by now. I put more fruit in the bin from Aldi. I'm going to start getting my fruit off there's a fruit and veg man in Cleveland. I'm going to start trying there. It might be more expensive, but at least it won't go bad. They're not so bad with the bananas. You have to be careful. You have to get green ones. They're not so bad with their apples and the pears. Well, mind you, the pears I got taste like soil. Don't know why. I mean, yeah, it was dearer. Well, a bit dearer, actually. I didn't find it very dear, actually, in Morrison's. I got a massive, massive trolley load, and I thought, oh, it's going to be really expensive, this. And it was £69, and I thought, oh, that wasn't bad. Yeah, I've got 3 pink shawls now, 1 green shawl, and I'm doing this one, which is sort of like a rusty brown colour. Don't know what colour you call it. Russet. It doesn't have a name on the wool, just has a number. It was 4-ply or fingering if you're in America, so I'm doubled it up. I don't like my old ears that much, but I want to do them in 4-ply. I'd do it myself for me, obviously, but not. Oh, you do a lot of that. I've got it. Wish I didn't yawn because my jaw cracks when I yawn. I don't know whether to go to the doctors with it or the dentist. It's where I broke my jaw. And every now and again it hurts all down there. Oh, I've got a purple ear again. I can tell I shampooed my hair again today. I think I rinse it all out, but obviously I don't because I finish up with a purple ear sometimes. That ear's a bit purple as well. I don't know whether it's the shampoo or the conditioner that makes my ears go purple. Well, Naked Sheep had, they had 5 100-gram balls in a pack, but you got 2 packs for £10, so that was like £1 a ball. But I have too much, and so I didn't get any, even though I should have got some really for my old ears. But then I got given some wool. I got given this, which is country style, by a lady at Knit Club. she gave me a big bag full. She gave me this country style, which is 4-ply, which is fingering to you. And then she gave me 4 balls of this unknown. It looks like 4-ply again. Fine. I'll double that up as well. It looks like blue on the screen, but it's actually greenish and pink with like a charcoal grey. So she gave me 4 balls of that. So that's 400 grams. So that'll make another shawl. And then I also got given a little ball of green and a little ball of pink. They'll go in my multicoloured shawls when I make another one. But this country style, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm using 2. So there's, yeah. So I'll double that grey with the colours in. I'll double that up as well. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing I thought it might do for a man. It was not too fancy. Yeah. As I say, I started doing a lap blanket, and I thought after 2 rows, I lost the will to live. So I thought, no, it's not going to get done. Not going to get done. I don't know what there is about a load of stitches and going backwards and forwards. I absolutely loathe it. Whereas this, you know, I'm like increasing in the middle and increasing at either end, and it kind of grows more. Well, granny squares would grow more, you know. I just cannot do a blanket all in one piece. I just can't do it. It's just, just not the way my brain's wired at all. And yet other people just churn blankets out one after the other after the other. I'd lose the will to live. It's just not me at all. I was going to do it with cream, actually. 1 ball of this and 1 ball of cream. But I brought this machine cone out of the garage. But when I brought it, it was like so thin. I thought, no, it's too thin. It wasn't even like a 4-ply. It was like 2-ply, really. I thought, no. No, I thought, not doing it. I have to like what I'm doing. I don't know whether you're like that. I cannot do... I think that's why I stopped doing orders for people, because they always wanted black or a dark colour, and they always wanted huge sizes. And I'm like, no. No, sorry. When you're making a very, very big size, it's like crocheting a blanket, you know. Because when they're like 60-something bust, it's like 30 inches. Oh, no, it's like a blanket. As I say, I lost the will to live with them. So I thought, no, I'm giving up doing orders. I never got orders off small people. Oh, dear. I think that's one reason Sheila's giving it up as well. It's very soul-destroying making big things. It's not that, but they don't want to pay. You know, you're taking twice as long to make them, and you're taking twice as much wool, and yet they don't want to pay anymore. You know, they see something I've made that's like a 34 bust and say, will you make me one, but I'm a bit fluffy. I'm sorry, but 62-inch bust is not fluffy. It's obese. And then they wanted it for the same price as I was making the 34, 36. And I'm like, well, can't do it. Or can you make it in finer? No. Can you make it in cotton, or can you make it in merino? And I'm like, you really? That kind of money? You're talking like $200, love, if you want it in merino. So I gave it up. Yeah, I lose the will to live with blankets. I do, honestly, Denise. I know people like doing them. People churn away with them. But I lose the will to live. Was sent me a message. Who could it be? Who could it be? It's... Yes. My phone's gone dark. Oh, gosh. Oh, very nice. Very nice. How's your doggy, Enid? How's your doggo? For those who don't know, her dog got attacked by another dog. And it was poorly. But I think it's on the better side now. Well, we hope it is. No, I don't know what there is about blankets. I think it's... I might be all right if I had a pattern to do with all different colours, but then you've got to sew all the ends in, haven't you? I don't mind doing like baby blankets or something like that. I mean, Sue used to make gorgeous like log cabin blankets in crochet. And she didn't mind doing that because you do like one bright colour that way, then you do another bright colour another way. But she used to get asked when you make them, you know, bed size, and she used to say no. King size, no. No. The only person I know who made a blanket king size was, do you remember Zoe? What's it? Something 24. Oh. She doesn't make videos now, so I can't remember her handle. It's something 24. Oh, that blanket. I've inherited it, Denise, and I don't like it. It's hidden at the back of my sofa. I mean, I won't give it away. It took me too much sweat and tears making it. And I hate the colours. Yeah, that's good news. Dogs do, don't they? When Gigi got attacked, I mean, you'd have thought he would have never survived it, but no, he bounced right back, yeah. No, I'll use that blanket if anybody ever stays. They can have it on their bed. Washing it's going to be a nightmare because it's that big. I don't think it'd squash into the washing machine. I think I'd have to take it to the laundrette, you know, where they have the big washers. I can't even stick it in the bath like I used to. When I had a bath, I used to stick anything like that in the bath and treadle it with my feet till it, you know, get it clean and that. Then I used to let the water drain out of it. And then I would bring it downstairs in a laundry basket, like, and then peg it outside while it dripped. Well, I can't do that now. I haven't even got a bath to wash it in. But this washer I've got here is only quite small. So I don't think it would fit. Because it's like a king size blanket. I'm getting hungry. And it's only... Have I only been doing it for an hour? Blimey. I feel like I've been here for hours. My stomach's rumbling. Oh, they do. It's a pity animals don't live longer, isn't it? They don't live long enough, do they? When you think how much they mean to us, dogs and cats and things, they've got such a short lifespan, comparatively speaking. We've got 2 ambulances in for repair at work. Ooh. Why'd you like a man in a uniform? Woohoo! My friend's got a thing for firemen. Oh, God, she loves firemen. I mean, she's happily married, don't get me wrong, but she just loves firemen. The lady who got swatted. Oh, now you've asked me, I forgot. Bag a day crochet. I don't know what her real name is. Yes, Bag a Day got swatted. It's about a year ago now. And she had the little girls there. Please come banging in. Somebody reported her for something or other. It was all malicious. The people who are jealous of her, isn't it? Yeah. I can't understand why they just went barging in when they didn't even check it out. I mean, at least over here, they would make sure they were going in the right house, you know. You know, we do have SWAT teams, but there's usually drugs or something. Or, you know, cannabis farms or something. Yeah, she had that little girl there as well, didn't she? She wasn't that old at the time. It was about a year ago, 18 months ago. It happened. There's some nasty people, isn't there? I mean, I'm not a fan of Bag a Day, but I mean, I still wouldn't do that to anybody. You know, send a SWAT team in. You don't like somebody, don't watch them. You know, that's my attitude. You know, there's quite a few people I don't particularly care for on YouTube, but I don't do anything or say anything. I just don't watch them, you know. It's a free town, you know, you don't have to watch everybody. You don't have to like everybody. We've all got our favourites, haven't we? You know, there's one or two I can't stand, but I mean, I don't go around going, ooh, can't stand her, can't stand him. I just don't watch them. That's the end of it. I'm sure they don't miss me. Yeah, well, why do they do it, Denise? It's just stupid, isn't it? Do they get some kind of thrill out of watching them? Watching them being swatted or something? It must be a little bit cuckoo. Yeah. I wouldn't dream of it. It's not something that would enter my head. Yeah. I mean, we were talking the other day about, you know, like people being really nasty on comments and things and, you know, getting really personal in the comments. And I'm like, there's no need. If you don't like something, don't watch it. It's like on the television. If you don't like something on the TV, turn it off. Go and find something else to watch. Yeah? Your kids swatted your mum. Yeah, well, that's... At least it wasn't the police, was it? You know, Lizzie. It was just the kids. Maybe I just don't have that malicious streak, you know. Some people might think it's hilarious and funny, but I don't. Oh, it's awful, that. Wouldn't you think they'd check it? Not coming flying in. I think they said something similar about Bag a Day. I don't know what they said. Because she wouldn't have cupcakes. She held them to hostage. No, there's a lot of things in this world you wonder why, don't you? Like that bloke in Liverpool who drove his van into a crowd. What is on their mind? You know, what they're thinking. You know, why do something like that? It wouldn't even, it beggars belief, it really does. Oh, the actual SWAT team came. Oh, gosh, I hope they got their bottom paddled for that. Definitely no cupcakes. No, there's all sorts of things happening in this world today. I'm glad I'm not young in many respects, really. We never had any of this stuff. If people didn't like us, they called you a name to your face. They didn't go behind your back and go on Facebook. 24 crochet dishcloths. Woo! I would imagine she was. Did she speak to him again after that? Where is he? I think I made about 24, but I gave, in fact, I think I owe my second niece some because I gave my first niece some and I kept some. So I actually think I owe my second niece some. Maybe I should make her some. Because my first niece goes down to London all the time, yeah. I would have put my grandchildren in paddle their bottoms. I know you're not supposed to use capital punishment, but they would have got their bottom smacked very hard. If they'd have done, anybody had done that to me. Call the police. I think there's a difference between we can't have any cupcakes and calling the police for being assaulted. I hope the police told him off. I'm hungry. I shouldn't be because I had fish for me tea. But I have only had 2 meals, so that's probably why. Oh. Hi, Nancy. Finally made the live. Yay! I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I bet they didn't do it again, did they, Lizzie? Oh, I've got a brioche bun. If it's still alive. It's getting bigger. It's not growing that big. I can understand why she didn't like the wool. It's not a nice colour, is it? The neighbour was ram raided. Ooh. Well, Sarah's, somebody on her street did. She didn't even know it was. Well, she doesn't walk that way or ride that way on her bike. It was the other end of the street where she doesn't go. And somebody had a cannabis farm. I need something to eat. I'm sorry, but I do. Oh, bear with me 1 minute while I get the brioche one. Ooh. Oh, dear. It's a raisin brioche swirl. And it's wrapped up in a little baggie. Oh, oh gosh. It's wrapped up in a little bag. Little brioche swirl. Oh, can't open it. Need my scissors. I don't know what there is lately. I can't open crisp packets or anything like that. You know, before you used to pull them apart. I can't do it these days. I don't know why. I wanted to change my earrings tonight and put the earrings on that match this. Couldn't do it. I could not put the back in. Oh my God. I hope you've moved. Well, they've moved. Gosh, it feels like foam rubber. It feels like a fake, you know, fake cake made of foam rubber. It tastes all right. Not the best, but it tastes all right. Talk amongst yourselves while I eat my brioche bun. I'm working on shawls in a minute for the old people. I've just finished 3 pink ones and a green one. That's the pink one. It's only a small one, this one, because I ran out of wool. That's why it's got a darker pink at the bottom. I ran out of the pale. And at the moment I'm making, the lady at Knit Club gave me this country style, but it's 4-ply fingering. Oh, nighty night, Sophie, off to bed. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Night night, sleep tight. That's what they used to say, didn't they? Why did you say that to a child? It's enough to scare them to death, isn't it? Nighty night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. When you're a kid, you got this vision of a huge bug like that want to bite your feet. Yeah, there was another nursery rhyme, didn't it? Here comes a chopper. Here comes a candle to light you to bed. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head. And I'm like, what? That's a nursery rhyme. How to frighten a child to bed. Yeah, this is weird, this colour. I think that's why she gave it me. She probably didn't like it. Or maybe she didn't like it because it was 4-ply. She didn't like knitting on fine needles. I've doubled it up. I thought this colour might do for a guy anyway. Because, you know, 3 pink ones and a pale green are not exactly man's colours, are they? I think Chris is bailed on us tonight. Not here. Yeah, the shawls I did one shawl in the dark pink, one shawl in the pale pink, and then I did 1 strand of each for this one, but ran out at the bottom. The one I've just done that's drying, it's the same pattern as that one I've just shown you, but it's in pale green. But the pale green one's slightly bigger. I couldn't do that one any bigger because I ran out of wool. It's like a little shoulder shop anyway. I gave my niece a brightly coloured one. She really liked it. I've still got lots of oddments. I need to make another one. You know, for finally the old dears will get. Every time I make one, somebody wants it. So my old dears never get it. My lady next door but one. She saw it and she goes, oh, I do like that. I thought, oh God, no, not another one. No, pink's not my colour. These were all donated from my knit club when they found out I was doing, you know, the shawls for the old people. I gave them to another lady at my other knit club, and she takes them along to some old people's home. I gave her 4, was it the other week? No, the other month. I gave her 4. And she said, oh, they were very grateful, and will you make some more? So here I am, making some more. Something's going, must be the fridge or the freezer, making a funny noise. Yeah, we've got no crisp, we've had no shad yet, have we? I just like things that I don't have to think about at the moment, you know, because I'm either watching the telly or I'm at knit club. Yak, 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 yak at knit club, yeah. So I like what I call, you know, bread and butter things. I don't have to think what I'm doing. Oh, this one, the first one's at a library. The second one's in the church hall. And the one I used to go to was in the local community centre, but I can't go there at the moment because it's evening. It's poor. Oh, it's been pouring here. Oh, my goodness me. You know, I planted all my little bulbs and seeds. They were nearly floating away. My tomato plants have got flowers, and my little strawberry plants have got baby strawberries coming in green, as long as the birds don't see them. I've got marauding seagulls that ate my lettuce. I need to plant some more because I didn't want to plant them all at once, you know, because you don't want all your lettuce coming on the same time, do you? Because you want to eat your lettuce staggered. So my lettuce is now about 3 inches high. It's not bushing out yet. You couldn't really pluck any of it. It's just little things like that. But it's taken them about 3 weeks to get to that stage. So maybe if I plant some more, it'll take them another 3 weeks. I spoke with her last week, Nancy. We speak on the phone, but of course I haven't actually seen her for quite some time. She keeps saying she's going to come down, but she never makes it. It wasn't so bad before where I lived in Manchester, because when she used to come and see her family, I only lived kind of just round the corner. But my neighbours, well, they're not next door. He's very quiet, very nice. The guy lives on his own. He's always out. He plays badminton and squash and cricket and everything. Never in. And this way, they're quite nice. The one that shares the drive with me, yeah, they're very nice, yeah. And the guys across the road at the men's shed, they take me under the wing with the plants and things, yeah. So, yeah, all in all, they're very nice, yeah. I mean, we don't neighbour or anything like that, you know. Don't go in each other's houses or anything like that, but I never did before, so. They're not as friendly as when I used to live in Prestwich. I mean, I knew everybody there. The whole street, we used to have a WhatsApp group. It was nice. And I'm still on it, even though I'm over here. But they're very, very friendly. They've all got children, and they sort of swap things, you know, anything a child's grown out of. Does anybody want this? Does anybody want that? You know, they swap children's toys, slides, prams, anything, you know, which is very handy because it wasn't like that when I was on the street, because when I was on the street, we were the only young couple. But now all those oldies have all gone and they're all young ones that are there now. I need to get myself a drink. Hang on a moment while I look in the fridge. Oh, God, who wants me knees? Anybody want me knees? Going free. Oh, jeez. Oh. I'm all right when I'm up, and I'm all right when I'm walking. It's getting up that's the problem. Coca-Cola. Will it fit in the glass? No, not quite. Coca-Cola. It's actually the real stuff for a change, I think. Who is it? No, it's just cola. No, I'm on my own now, Nancy. All on my own here. My son's in Spain. Alone, but not lonely. Oh, gosh. The arm nearly came off my chair then. The fairy lights are flashing in the garden. My friend's husband put them up for me. They're flashing. Brightly coloured. They're lovely. The solar panel, the solar activated, so, you know, I don't have to put batteries or anything on them. I've got some solar lights as well, but I haven't tested them yet. I haven't been out. I think you're supposed to press a button to get them activated. But I haven't been out in the dark yet. I just wanted them in case I went out to the bin, you know, in the dark. Or if anybody, or a cat or a dog, went in the backyard. No, that's why you've got a new venue. I'm here in my little bungalow, my little bungalow. Gosh, there's quite a lot of yardage on this ball. I don't know whether it tells you how many yards is on it. Let me look. Oh, don't think so. I think it just tells you what needle sizes. Oh gosh, yeah. I like being on my own, I've decided. I'm alone but not lonely. That's why I'm itching. It's got wool in it. Only 15%, but it makes me itchy. Right, how many yards is in it? Doesn't say. No, doesn't say. It just says use a 3mm hook or needle. Doesn't say. It just says 50 grams. It's old style. They never used to put the yardage or the meterage on. Neighbours come and go. No, I've never been one really to neighbour. I never did when we used to have long conversations outside on the doorsteps in the summer, you know, when I lived in Prestwich. But actually going into people's houses, no. I think I went in one Christmas. I got invited to the lad across the road. They were having a Christmas Eve party. And they invited me over for mince pies. I think that's The only time I've been in. And I used to go in the house across the road because I was friendly with the daughter, but she moved. We had babies together at the time. But I didn't know. I knew next door to say hello to when I lived in Fleetwood, and I knew across the road to say hello to. But that was it. And I was in my other house 52 years, yeah. That must be different. Is it not noisy, can you, being in flats? I mean, I'm like semi-detached here, but Colin next door, I don't hear a peep out of him. But like here, he can't hear me because my kitchen's here. Behind here is my bedroom, and then behind there is his lounge. So we're not kind of, you know, cheek by jowl, as they say. My lounge is his bedroom because he's back to front with me. So, yeah, he says he doesn't hear me, and I certainly don't hear him, so all is well. He keeps himself to himself, I must say. Next door, I see more of because our front doors are facing each other. You know, so if I'm going out with the bin and they're going out with the bin, we do see each other, yeah. Or if he's washing his car and I go out with my scooter. So, you know, obviously we say hello. I keep doing that because I've got a floater. That's another thing with my eyes. I've got a floater and I keep following it. I keep thinking it's a big fly. I don't know. Nobody knows anything about them, Lizzie. They haven't joined the WhatsApp group. And when I speak to people who used to live where I lived before, they never see them. So I don't know where they are. Where do I live now? Cleveland. Cleveland, just down the road from Fleetwood. In the nice part of town. Away from the wind and the sea. My backyard, I get the sun in the back in the morning and I get the sun in the front in the afternoon. So I couldn't wish for a better placed house. I mean, obviously not today because it's been dull. But we've had about 3 weeks of absolutely glorious weather. Whether that was our sun, you know, summer, I don't know. But it's been absolutely glorious, yeah. And this is a much warmer house, as you can gather. I've actually taken my cardigan off, which I bet you never saw me take my cardigan off in the other house. No, not at all. Not at all. I did want to go back to Prestwich, but I couldn't afford a dog kennel. It's very, very commuter belt, and the prices have rocketed. I couldn't have even afforded my own house back again because it's gone up by about, I don't know how many thousand since I left it. If I win the lottery, maybe I might go back. But then again, you know, you get used to a place, don't you? I couldn't stand the upheaval again. You know, all the moving and the packing and the, oh, dear God. But if I won the lottery, see, I'd get movers in to do it all for me, wouldn't I? Yeah, I was very lucky on our street because they've all got young ones now. So there was no wild parties or anything. I think we were the ones, our generation were the ones with the wild parties, yeah. When my son was growing up and I was in my 20s and 30s, we were the ones with the parties, yeah. There was a party every other weekend in somebody's house. Then we did used to neighbour. But it all fell apart because 2 of the husbands ran off with 2 other wives, whatever. It all got very complicated. So all the parties stopped for some reason or another. I wonder why. It wasn't quite wife swapping, but it's, yeah, 2 marriages got broken up because of the parties. So after that, it all went quiet. So the 4 people involved all moved. So there were no more parties after that. Something keeps going zzz. I think it's the fridge. Oh, I don't move. Oh, Munchkin. How can you like moving house? Oh, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare moving from Prestwich because I got rid of so much of my stuff, which I do regret. And then when I came here, I didn't have as much to move, but I still had it. But it was the unpacking. I mean, when I moved here, I moved on my own. So my family was in Spain, and well, they went to Spain. And so I did most of the unpacking on my own. I wrecked me back, lugging boxes about and having to put all my wool into the garage on my own. It was really hard work. It's done now, but I need to sell me stuff that I've got. I've got so much crocheting because I had the shop, didn't I, at one time, but I don't have it anymore. So I must have about 30 garments. I've got hats, scarves, shawls. I've got about 20 baby cardigans. So I need to get some of it sold, replenish my little coffers so that I can do something. No, I don't like moving. I was 52 years in the other house. I didn't want to move, really. I don't know why I did. It just seemed like a good idea at the time, I suppose, but I've regretted it ever since. I love that other house. I love me decking, looking out on the church bells and the little sparrows that used to be in my hedge. I used to love sitting out there doing my videos and that. I keep saying I'm going to start again, but at the moment I haven't got my tax situation sorted out. So I don't get paid for YouTube at the minute. So I know it sounds mercenary, but if you're going to put an hour a day at least, 2 hours a day, making videos, at least you want something to, for your time and your effort, yeah. Oh, it was a lovely house, yeah. I don't know who's. Yeah, he's gone to Spain, yeah. Gone back to Spain, I should say. Was in Spain for 5 years before. Yeah, I'm not moving again, though. They'll be carrying me out in a box next time, I think. I'd like to do the place up, obviously, because I've run out of money, but that's why I'd like to sell some of my stuff. So then I could have a little bit of money to decorate with or something, because I can't decorate, I'd have to get somebody in. The kitchen blinds I'm looking at now are filthy. Grotty. And the kitchen wall's got holes in it where the shelves have been pulled down, so it all wants painting and decorating. But it will get done eventually. As I say, I'm looking at these kitchen blinds and they are definitely filthy. But I'm not taking them down to kind of wash them. I don't know whether they wash or what. I don't like them anyway. I hate blinds. You know, the vertical blinds that look like the doctor's waiting rooms. I hate them with a passion. But you probably didn't accumulate 52 years worth of stuff, did you, when you moved, Linda? That's what I had. Well, I'm 80 this year, so I've got to stop moving. Yeah, if I move again, it'll be because I've won the lottery and I'm going to a gorgeous, gorgeous house that everything's done and it's beautiful. And then I'll get removers to come and pack everything up for me. But seeing as I won't, well, I did win £30 on the lottery, did I tell you? But that won't exactly buy me a new bungalow, will it? I want a bigger bungalow. I want a garden. I can't do the garden, but I'd be able to afford a gardener, wouldn't I? You know, it's pipe dreams, isn't it? What would you do if you won? And then I'd go on a cruise. Round the world cruise I'd go on while they were moving my stuff. While the house was being decorated, I'd go on a round the world cruise. I don't want much, do I? Don't think I can do that on a £30 winning last week. I've left it where it is. It'll buy me my lottery tickets, won't it? Yeah, you'll ask me. Mine will be to the creme. I think my next move will be to the creme. Because I doubt I'll ever win the lottery. So I doubt that I will ever be going anywhere. I think I'm here now. I think I'm stuck. But I mean, I don't like, look at the tiles at the back of me. Yicky beige tiles. Yeah. You know, I'd like, obviously, you'd like everything redone, wouldn't you? New kitchen and stuff. Everything's functional here, you know, but it's not that to my taste. You know me, I'm very boho. I like loads of colours. I probably could eventually, but I can't paint anything until I get the holes in the wall plastered up, you know. Hi, Val. You're going home tomorrow. Hi, Chris. Yeah, somebody was just inquiring about Alice, how she was doing. I said, well, she was doing all right. Well, I heard from her last. I'm doing another shawl. I finished the pink. Finished a pink and white one. I finished a pale green one today. And now I'm doing like a brown colour. Somebody gave me some country style in 4-ply. So I've doubled it up. Hi, Lydia. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 5. When I get to 6 or so, I might phone Sue to tell her I've got 6. See whether she wants them. Yeah, I got given 2 lots of wool, Val, from the ladies at the other knit club. I got the country style 4-ply. Country style 4-ply. Don't ask me what colour it is. It doesn't have a colour. And then I got 4 balls with no label on. That's 4-ply as well. So this will all go into shawls. You were sitting in the park doing your knitting. Woo! I've not been in my park yet. I've got a park street facing me, would you believe? I don't even know if it's a flower park or just a dog park. I don't know. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? I don't know what it is. This was making me itch, and then I found out it's got 15% wool in it. Still, it'll do for some. I was making a lap blanket, but I lost the will to live, so I pulled it back and decided to make a plain shawl, just granny stitch. And then it'll do for a fella, won't it? I can't do blankets, you know me, though. I get bored chunnering across the row. I mean, I'll have to double that other one up because it's 4-ply again. Much as I like people, I am not making 4-ply shawls for anybody else but me. Yeah, it was the lady who gave me the knitting machine. She just said, "Do you want any more wool?" She said, "For your shawls?" I went, "Yep," because she knew I'd made shawls with that pink that she gave me. I said, "Yep, send it over. I'll make use." I mean, it's not like I'm doing it for me, is it? You know, I mean, I'm donating it all. So it's not like they're giving it me for me to make a profit. Yeah, when I get the knitting machine going, yeah. They'd be fine ones, though, wouldn't they? They'd be 4-ply. Unless it does double knit, I think they might be a bit stiff and double knit. Have you sorted that other one out yet, Val? The other machine? Or are you like me thinking about it when it's winter? I haven't even put the ribber on this one yet. I'm too busy in the garden with the plants. Well, they did get rather waterlogged. Did you see my message about those bags in Lytham? Honestly, £50 they were. Radley bags. I know that's cheap for a Radley bag, but it's second hand. And the charity shop that was Trinity's, it was so fancy. It was like a boutique. It was so posh. We didn't even bother going in. We knew we couldn't afford anything. They had a lovely scarf in the window that my niece loved, and it was £20. It was only a flimsy, you know, like a see-through flimsy shawl with a pattern all over it. Yeah, I used to have a chunky machine, you see, where I used to do my double knit on. But of course I don't have it anymore. Yeah, well, they'd got 4 Radley handbags in a charity shop in Lytham, but like I said, they were £50 each. And one of them was fabric, and it were very dirty to me. It looked like it wanted a good wash. I didn't know they did them in fabric. I mean, one of them was nice. It was like a dark green, and it still had all the labels on it. So it had never been used, you could tell. But even if I'd have wanted one, I only use crossbodies, you know, because of my scooter. I can't use a handbag with ordinary handles, yeah, because I couldn't hold on to it, you know, with the scooter and everything. But there was no way I was paying £50 for a handbag. I wouldn't even pay £50 for a new one. Oh dear. My poor little handbag's seen better days. I need a new one. But it has to be a certain size, and it has to have a zip. I on the back where I can put my keys. I don't like bucket type bags or bags where everything's slung in the middle, you know. I've got a couple of fabric ones, but every time I get rain, they get wet through. And everything inside's wet, so I don't like them anymore. No, this one's a Fiorelli, the one I've got. Oops, it's here. It's a Fiorelli. I only got it in the charity shop, and I didn't pay Fiorelli prices. But it's breaking up. The handle's breaking up. And I still haven't put the strap on it yet, Val. Still haven't put the strap on it yet. But that's just the right size, and it's got a zip at the back, you know, to put my keys in. And it's got compartments inside, so, you know, I like it. Yeah, I need another one sort of like that to take that place. I don't like a big bag. I mean, my friend, she gets loads of them from charity shops, but I keep saying to her, they're like a bucket with a handle she keeps buying. But I can't carry one of them, you know, on my scooter. I need a crossbody, so they're more secure. She's got like a basket on the front of her scooter because it's not got a top on like mine. It's very limited with mine having a top on because there's no basket or anything to put things in, you know, to keep them secure. I'll keep looking in the charity shops. I'll find one eventually. I had a black leather one before this one, but it started falling to bits. And because I kept cramming too much in it, the clasp wouldn't clasp. I've still got the handbag. It's all right if I don't put too much in it. By the time I got my purse in it, my phone in it, and everything. My rollator's not got a zipper basket. It's got like a little bag at the front, but it's not secure. It's just got a flap over it. So I wouldn't like to put my handbag in there and trust it. That's why I need one that goes crossbody. This is not growing. Yeah, I've got a crossbody, as you can see. I can't deal with a handbag with handles. I mean, I used to have one years ago when I didn't have to have a scooter and stuff. It's growing a bit. It's not growing very big, is it? I'm just impatient. I think it should be done. I'm still on the first 2 balls anyway, so it's going a long way, isn't it? It's considered I've got 6 of them. Yeah, I take big reusable bags. I've got like a metal suitcase on the back of my scooter, but that's only fits like my bags in. It doesn't fit anything else really in. I've not heard of that brand. Oh, good hell. Oh my goodness. I'm yawning already and it's only 11 o'clock. I've got another hour to go. And I'm yawning. Chris is very quiet. Where's he gone? Are you cooking, Chris, or what are you doing? I'm not a label freak at all, you know. I just don't believe in paying a fortune for something that's got a label on it. Yeah. If I have anything with a label on, it's usually because I got it from the charity shop. I don't buy things with labels at all. Yeah, I'm more individual, I think. I mean, I like the 2 bags I bought from Moonbeams and Mayhem, but they're both fabric. One of them's in felt. It's lovely, but it just gets sopping wet every time. Plus, it's not got a separate bag for my keys, separate compartment for my keys. Gosh, you're lucky getting a Radley bag. One of our friends, she collects Radleys. I don't know how many she's got. I've never asked her. She must have quite a few. Perhaps they were hers in Lytham, Val. Perhaps she donated them. I don't know which charity shop they were in now. I can't remember. It wasn't the posh one. It wasn't the Trinity Hospice one. Yeah, you should do. Probably worth a fortune now if it's a vintage one. You won't part with them above me. I haven't told her that they've got them. One of them was new, Val. It was a dark green one, and it still had all the labels and the wrapping around the handles. But I know where I was paying £50 for a handbag. You know me, I'm tight. If I had £50 to spend, it wouldn't be on a handbag. Yeah, you should get rid of it and get some money off it. I've never got anything that's of any value to sell. I sold my wedding ring years ago, well, 2 or 3 years ago. That was the only thing I had of any value because it was 22 karat gold. But as you can see, I don't have posh jewellery, I just have junk jewellery. I've got gold earrings. As I said, I tried to put the earrings in that went with this, but I could not put the backs on. I kept flirting them. After about 3 attempts, I thought, just no, you're not going to wear them. I can only use the ones that thread right through and clip. I can't use the ones with backs on. No, there's no danger of anybody mugging me for my watch. I think I paid £5 for my watch. And I have no jewellery, as you can see, no rings, no nothing. I sold them all. Thought there's no point keeping them. I just didn't wear them, so gathered them all up and took them to the jewellers. Sold every one of them. The only one I've still got left is my engagement ring, because they didn't want to give me enough for it. So I thought, no, I'll keep it and have it made bigger, but I've never had it made bigger yet. I wouldn't wear it on the engagement finger, though I'd wear it on my right hand. I couldn't wear it on that one because it's been broken and my knuckle's massive now. So I couldn't wear it on that finger even if it was made bigger. It's just bent out of shape, it got broken. I can't wear silver, you know that, I just can't. my ears and my hands and everything go black. I turned silver black. I know I went to work one time with some silver earrings in. And the girl I worked with, she said, "What have you done to your ears?" When I looked in the mirror, they were black. All everywhere was black, and it was black down here. It's the same with silver chains. If I have silver chains and all my neck's black. Because somebody said to me, "Well, do you clean your jewellery?" I went, "Yeah." I said, "I clean it, yeah." I said, "It just, the minute I put it on, within 10 minutes of me putting it on, it's something to do with the acids in my skin. It doesn't turn gold, but it turns silver. And I can't wear that nickel either. You know, somebody said to me, "Oh, get nickel earrings. You know, they're hyperallergenic or something." No, I can't wear them. I can only wear gold. I can wear junk jewellery around my neck, but I can't wear earrings. If I'd have put these earrings in and I've had to take them out, you know, tonight before I went to bed, I would have had to take them off. Yeah, I'm allergic to silver. Yeah, my dad used to say I had expensive taste. My mother was allergic to nickel. And one of the girls at Knit Club, somebody bought her one of those smart watches, you know, the ones that you do all sorts with. She can't wear it. She can't put like nail polish on it it's the metal she's allergic to, but because it monitors your heartbeat and everything, you can't put, you know, like clear nail polish or anything on the back of it. Because we were suggesting that she put like a tissue or something, because it's all her wrists broke out where she'd had the watch on. Yeah, my mum, going back in the days where women used to wear corsets, they used to have the suspenders were made with nickel. She couldn't wear them. Yeah, she had to sew ribbons underneath them, you know, to stop them touching her legs. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what watch it is. You know, it's one of them that monitors your heartbeat, your steps, and all that jazz. And she can't wear it because it brings her out in a rash. And it cost quite a bit, you know. It weren't a cheap watch. I think her son bought it for her. Yeah, I had a watch once that was some kind of metal that I couldn't wear. And yet the one I've got now is a really cheap watch and it doesn't affect me. Oh, my ball the walls rolled away. It's wrapped itself around the leg of my desk. You know, it's the cheapest watch. And it doesn't affect me. Weird, isn't it? Yeah, my dad said I had expensive taste. He had to buy me a gold watch when I was growing up because I couldn't wear anything else. Yeah, I can wear stainless. I think it's stainless steel. I can wear a watch. But my dad laughed at me. He said, "Shush you! You must be the only teenager that's got a gold watch." I can't. I've still got it actually. I couldn't sell it because nobody wanted it because it's got a little tiny face. It's like a cocktail watch, as they call it. And it was tiny because my wrist was tiny back then. So I couldn't sell it. Somebody said I could sell it if I went to a specialised watch thing because it's vintage, really. I got it before I was 21. So it's, 50 odd year old. So it's a vintage watch. It's still got the box and everything. I haven't got the receipt for it, you know, how much it was. But the jeweller that bought my gold and stuff, he didn't want the watch. He said it was a specialised thing. Maybe I should try and take it to somebody who buys watches. There's a guy on the market, actually, that buys vintage watches, so he might offer me something for it. You know, where I am here, people just walk up and down the promenade. Can always tell the locals because they've always got vest tops and shorts on. Whereas, you know, the visitors have always got their anoraks on and long trousers. But I'm a lot warmer now. I'm not near the sea. The sea made everything cold. That house was very cold. It was never warm in there because it never got the sun. Well, it did in the back, in the conservatory, it got the sun. But my lounge never got any sun at all. Never shone in my lounge at all, ever, no matter what time of day it was. So it was so cold in that lounge. So I hope she likes it cold, the woman who's bought it. Because she's got it cold, whether she likes it or not. Oh, hello, Glenda. You got a Rolex. Ooh. Oh, you'd like it on the seafront, then you'd get battered. Oh, Vivienne Westwood, yeah. I've just read a book about her life. I'm reading one about Zandra Rhodes now. I had to laugh at Stitched by Mrs. D. She held up this ball of wool and it was written on it, it was Zandra Rhodes. And she put, I think it says Zanola Rhodes, whoever that is. I thought, Paula, it's Zandra Rhodes. She designed some colours of wool for this firm. By the way, she couldn't read the real writing. So a lot of people can't read what they call cursive writing. They can't read it. You know, to me, I'm like, it's Zandra Rhodes. It's a signature. And she said, I think it's Zanola. No, Paula, it's Zandra Rhodes. I was going to put a comment underneath, but I'm sure somebody's written it on already. Yeah, I like reading, you know, fashion sort of people. I read about Vivienne Westwood and I'm reading Zandra Rhodes. And I love those advanced style books, you know, by Ari Seth Cohen, where these ladies that live in America, usually in New York, wear fantastic clothes, you know, really colourful, and they make headdresses and hats. And they wear them in New York. And I thought, God, I think I've been loopy around here. I started wearing a big fascinator when I was going out, you know. I know I'm a bit odd, but I remember sitting there on the seafront one day when it was warm enough to sit on the seafront, watching people go by, and there was navy blue, grey, beige, denim, navy blue, beige, grey, denim. There wasn't one bit of colour on anybody walking past. And I'm like, oh, God, it's so boring. I forget there was one woman, she put, I'll wear beige when I'm dead, yeah. Or she calls it greige. In other words, grey and beige, greige. I'll wear greige when I'm dead, she says. I had a cream coat on the other day and my friend's going, oh, she's got beige on. I went, no, I haven't. Oh my God. I've never found anything like that. I've smelt plenty of it, but never found it. You've only got to walk down Fleetwood High Street and it's like, you know, you can high as a kite before you get to the other end. Do, 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 do. No, I've never had that problem. Never had that problem. I did have a boyfriend once that used to smoke it, but got rid of him. Not my cup of tea at all. And his eyes are kite most of the time. I didn't realise for a while. I know it sounds stupid, but, you know, he didn't do it around me. Then he started getting that he would smoke in front of me, and I'm like, oh, God, no. Stoned. He didn't last long. You don't want to, well. No, I can honestly say I don't think my son's ever smoked it. Well, I hope he hasn't. You never know exactly what your kids... Yeah, it smells horrible. Oh, God, you'd know. Go down, walk down the high street in Fleetwood and you'll jolly soon know what it smells like. It smells a bit like patchouli mixed with something else, doesn't it? Yeah, my ex-boyfriend used to smoke skunk. Oh, I used to say, don't smoke it in the house, it stinks. No, it's not a sweet smell. Like you say, it smells like poo. Smells like you're stood in some dog poo. But every time we go down the seafront, they go past us on them scooters. It's like, oh, there they go. No, patchouli. Oh, God. It was really hippie, that patchouli. Whenever we used to go in these hippie type clothing shops, you know, when I was younger, I'd go into them in St. Ives and places like that. And, oh, patchouli used to be, oh, God, everywhere. Well, we did that when we was kids, didn't we? We were taught to be honest. I found a very, very expensive pen, fountain pen, when I was young. I took it to the police station and it never got claimed, so I got it back and my brother took it off me. It had a gold nib and everything. I used to go to nightclubs when I was a teenager. And, oh, God, it used to smell. Oh, it was awful. Because, you know, there were always low ceilings, weren't there, in these nightclubs. And if you go to anywhere where there's any West Indians, it stinks. Oh, patchouli's really strong. I bought some, you know, the incense sticks. And they were assorted. Some of them were patchouli. Oh. Now that just smelled like you stepped in dog poo. But that always reminds me, it takes me straight back to St Ives, me being 17. Because that's what all the craft shops used to have, patchouli burning, incense sticks and everything. I love incense sticks, but I've got some gorgeous ones at the moment. One's Old English or something, English rose, gorgeous it is. And another one is musk, Egyptian musk. Oh, it's gorgeous. I keep burning them. Lovely. They were quite expensive actually for incense sticks. I got them off eBay. But they were lovely. I'll get some more when these are gone. We used to have an Akita across the road from me in Prestwich that used to escape. Neo, he was called. Neo. That means new, I think. He was an escapologist. No, the incenses in sticks, they were really scented. They're gorgeous. I mean, they were expensive. But they came wrapped in foil, which kept the scent in. The cones don't seem to last as long with me. Yeah, some people are ungrateful, aren't they? I remember once a lady came in the shop and she said to me, "Did you find a watch?" And we said, "No, we didn't find a watch." And she grabbed my arm across the counter. And my mum said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I was just checking that wasn't my watch." And my mother never, ever shouted at customers because she always believed the customer was always right. She went bonkers. She said, "How dare you? How dare you accuse my daughter of stealing?" She said, "That's her watch. She's had it since she was a teenager. It was the gold watch I was telling you about." She just dragged my arm across the counter, just checking she's not wearing my watch. I was mortified. If I'd have found her watch, do you think I'd have been wearing it in the shop? Anyway, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't have kept it. My mum told her never to come in the shop again. I've never known her get. She went mad, my mother. How dare you accuse my daughter of being a thief? Yeah, I found a handbag hanging on a trolley in Tesco's. I took it back in and gave it in under the desk. She must have hung it on the trolley thing and then put all the shopping in and left her handbag hanging on the blinking trolley. I didn't want it. I went to get a trolley and thought, "Oh, there's a handbag hanging on it." So I went into the Tesco's and gave it in at the desk. I didn't look inside it or anything. I thought, no, nothing to do with me. I bet that lady was panicking when she got back home and realised she hadn't got a handbag. I mean, I don't know if there was money in it or not. I don't know. I didn't look. My friend did that in Katie's the other day. Luckily, it was this disabled toilet, and we had seen that nobody else went in after her. And she went, oh, my handbag, she left it in the loo. It was in the cafe. So I said to you, dozy devil. So what do you take it in there for? I said, we were sat at the table. You could have left it with us. Shook it in the ladies with her. Yeah, there was a post in Royton where this lady used to look after dogs, you know, when people went on holiday. And one that escaped, oh my God, she was going frantic. Anyway, they did manage to find it. But can you imagine? It's bad enough losing your own dog, innit? But losing one that somebody's entrusted you to look after, you know, while they went on holiday. Oh, that was nice of her. The only time I found money, I was parking my car, and a bloke in front of me had parked his car, and he jumped out the car and went running into a shop. And as he went running into the shop, he dropped a big roll of banknotes with elastic band on the floor. So I got out of the car, picked it up, walked into the shop. And I said to him, have you lost something? And he went, no. I said, just check your pockets. I think you've lost something. And he went, 7 shades of white, green, purple. And he went, oh my God. He said, I've just cashed up for my boss. He said, first time he's ever let me do it. He said, that's the takings. He said, oh my God. He said, I would have lost my job. But they just bounced out of his pocket as he jumped out of the car. I don't know how much was in it. It was a big roll like that with elastic band wrapped around it. And one of my friends said, oh, you were mad. She said, you should have put it in your handbag. I went, no. Said it wasn't mine. My mother used to say that if you take anything that's not yours, it won't do you any good. And that's the way I've always been, you know. I must admit, I found a £20 note the other day. I was walking through this alleyway thing in Cleveland's, and there was a £20 note on the floor. And I looked up and down and passed around, and there was nobody else in the alley. And nobody had walked past me, you know, when I was going down the alley. So I thought, wow, that's mine. Because there was nobody near. Nobody come pelting down the alley saying, oh, I've dropped my money. So sorry, but it was mine. That's the only time really I've ever I mean, you keep a pound coin if you see it on the floor, don't you? If there's nobody around. But that was a £20 note. I thought, whoa, somebody loves me. So I don't know who lost it, poor souls, but it was a brand new one. It'd probably come out of a cash machine. They probably had a few and dropped one. So I was on my way to the cafe, so it bought me tea. I'm on my last bit of a ball. One ball's still going. One ball must be more than one ball, if you know what I mean. It was a rewound one. Our dog chewed the thing on the banister, you know, the rails that go down. And one of my son's dogs ate the patio furniture, ate the legs off the patio furniture. You know, them wicker things. One of his dogs, I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, I bet she said it was hers, yeah. Yeah. If you find money and take it in, no, it never goes anywhere. It's a wonder they gave you 2 fivers. He would have put that in his pocket, wouldn't you? It wouldn't have seemed corporate. Well, one ball must have been more than one ball because yeah, there must be a nut in it because one was a full ball with a label on it and the other one was a rolled up ball like it had been undone and used. Yeah, if there's nobody about, how can you prove it's anybody's money? Unless it's in a wallet or a purse or something. Or unless you see it fall out of somebody's pocket. I once was disgusted with a friend of my husband's. I was sat watching him. He went to the bar and the bloke in front of him dropped a £10 note on the floor and he just put his foot over it. And I thought, you know, you saw him drop it. You could have tapped him on the shoulder and said, excuse me, mate, you just dropped this. But he just put his foot over it. And then ages afterwards, he bent down, picked it up and put it in his pocket. I thought, I just lost all what's it with him after that. My ball was nearly at its end. I've done quite a bit. It'll do less though because it's going bigger and bigger, isn't it? So the next 2 balls won't go as far. Oh. I lost my engagement ring once, but it was at the hospital social club. And I'd taken my mittens off to pay me fees to go in. And then I went to the bar, and the lad who was taking the money tapped me on the shoulder, and he said, "Have you lost something?" And I went, "No." He went, "I think you have." And when I looked down, the engagement ring was missing. Anyway, he went, "Give it me back." No, I lost all faith in him because he knew that bloke had dropped that tenner. And he put his foot over it. And then afterwards, he just bent down, picked it. After the bloke had gone from the bar, he bent down, picked it up and put it in his pocket. And I told my husband, I went, "He's just took that tenner, put it in his pocket." And I just couldn't look him in the face after that. I thought, yeah, that was nasty. Yeah, it wasn't a nice thing to do. I didn't think it was a nice thing to do. I was disgusted with him. He was a good friend of me, my ex's. And I just sort of don't like him anymore. Not as if he needed the money. He wasn't that hard up. It's not like he was out of work or anything, or down on his luck. Oh, dear me. I look like I've got makeup on my hand, don't I? You can tell that bit's on the scooter, and the rest of it's like covered up. I've got brown hands and white arms. That's what happens when you ride a scooter. You get brown knuckles. I look like I've been wearing brown gloves, don't I? I don't sunbathe, so. Yeah. I don't sunbathe. I don't sit in the sun, so. If I get brown at all, it's what I call weathering, like the wind or the rain or whatever lashes against me. It's usually rust. Yeah, I look like I've been using that, what do you call it, self-tanning, don't I? What tickles me is that finger there. I look as though I'm married. All my freckles have joined up. I look like I've had a wedding ring on. So my freckles have married me. I call them freckles. Other people call them liver spots or something horrible. Age spots. They're freckles. I'm having them. I'm calling them freckles. It sounds better, doesn't it, than age spots or liver spots. Sounds terrible. Oh yeah, I'm engaged to Trev. Yeah. No idea what Trev looks like, None of us do we? We've spoken to him for ages, and yet I said to him one time, "Tell me what you look like. Describe me." Describe me. And he went, "No." So I don't know. I don't know if he's tall, short, fat, thin, bald, got hair, or anything. He wouldn't even tell me anything. And then when he made the videos, all we ever saw was his hands, didn't we? And I said to him, "Show us your face, Trev." He went, "No." So I have no idea what he looks like. I have no idea what Chris looks like. Chris puts a teeny weeny little picture like that. When you try to make it go bigger, it doesn't. So Chris is a complete mystery as well. No, he doesn't have a narrow. He doesn't have a. No, he's never shown his face on his lives. Never. He only ever used to show his hands. No, when he used to have all his live videos, no, never showed his. I used to watch them. Never showed his face. Always just his hands. Other people used to show their faces on Trev's lives, but not him. He was in a Santa beard, was he? Yeah, he used to go. I think they both died. You know, he was saying the other week that two of his friends had died, two of the ladies. And I'd said to him, I said, well, you used to go live with two ladies. And he said, oh, well, you've seen them then. Oh. I think she's undone this one, don't you? Shoved in the middle of the ball. No, Trevor, I've never seen Trev. He used to show his hands, didn't he, when he was doing those resin things? And he's 5D painting and stuff. He used to show his hands, but he never showed himself. Because I used to say, go on, send us a picture, Trevor. No, never saw him. So I've got no idea what Trevor looks like. Because he didn't describe himself, I haven't even got a mental picture of him. You saw him in a Santa beard once. He's deleted all the videos anyway now, so we can't see. Can't even look at him now. Yeah, he used to go live with two ladies and a young boy. I think the young boy used to have learning difficulties, didn't he? I never saw Tim's tool time. Well, it was like in Charlie's Angels, wasn't it? You never saw, what was he called, that bloke that used to phone up, or you used to see the back of his head, didn't you, or something? And he used to be telling Charlie's Angels what they had to do. Went to live with two ladies. Oh, Charlie, yeah, that was it. No, he used to have two ladies that he used to go live with, and they used to do crocheting, diamond painting, or whatever. But I think those were the two ladies that he said had both passed away. I don't think they were that elderly, but one of them had really bad breathing difficulties, COPD or something like that, I think. Yeah, I used to watch the lives with Trev, but like I say, he deleted all his videos, yeah. You've got to be up at what time? You travelling home tomorrow? You got me sticker rock, Val? I always ask everybody for a sticker rock, even though I'm diabetic, and I never get one. Not that I couldn't buy one in Blackpool if I wanted one, yeah. I don't think they do Cleveland's rock. They might do, I've never looked. Somebody did actually buy me a sticker rock. Well, a few actually. 6:30, it was lying. Eric will still be having his beauty sleep at that time of the morning. You get your brekkie before you go, Val? I hope you do. It's a long journey. Don't forget to have a wee in case there's no toilets on your coach. There's only one 6:30 in a day in my life, I tell you. It's not in the morning. Well, it is if next door's revving up his car, yeah. But then I go back to sleep. I don't take the notice of him now. I used to hear him at first because he goes to work dead early. But I don't hear him now. Oh, you get your breakfast. Good show. You don't want to be going out at 6:30 on an empty tummy, do you? Oh, dearie me. Oh, it's nearly the witching hour, isn't it? I was thinking I'm getting tired. Well, I've crocheted 2 balls in anyway. Yeah, crocheted 2 balls in it. That's upside down, isn't it? Upside down. That's the way. That's the bit. Yeah, that's the bit. All right, Lydia. Yeah, I'll be going in a minute anyway. It's usually as soon as you come on, I go out. You don't set off till 9. Oh, well, there you are. You've got time for another wee and your breakfast before they kick you out the door. Yeah, it's getting witching hour, isn't it? I've got to take my tablets. I've had my injection because I forgot to take it yesterday. I've got bruises from the last 2 times. I bruise very easily. I looked down and I thought, why have I got bruises on my stomach? And then I realised what it was. It was my injections. I'm glad I don't have to do them every day. I'd have a ring of bruises, wouldn't I, all around my stomach. You can put them in your thigh, but I don't. Finish this row. The wool's getting in a knot, but I'm going to finish this row and then I've got to take my tablets and get myself ready for bed. I woke up this morning and I was convinced it was Sunday. I don't know why I was convinced it was Sunday. And I even looked for one of my ladies that normally puts her videos out. And I thought, she not put a video out. And then I thought, it's Saturday. I've got to watch Leslie. I've not watched her yet. Not quite enough yarn. I'll probably do it tomorrow though, because I think it's quite a long video. If I start watching it, I'll waiting myself up, if you know what I mean. I don't know what's happened to Stitches and Jack. She's not made a video for ages now. Nor has that green lambkin yarn. Dee, 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 dee. I'm going, oh, rewilding Jude, yeah. He'll be on tomorrow. Tomorrow I watch Joe Good. I watch Alternative Aging. And then I will be watching Leslie because I'm not watching her tonight. I need Jude to build me some raised beds. I wonder if he'll ever go back to dyeing yarn. I don't think he will. I think he's moved on since then, hasn't he? He'll have to do something for money eventually, won't he, when he runs out? Because he wants to redo all that cottage. Redo it all and do it all up. So he's going to eventually run out of money, isn't he? Because somebody asked him once, would he go back to dyeing yarn, and he said no. But you never know. If he runs out of money, you might have to. I know he gets money from his YouTube, but it won't be that much, will it? Oh. One ball must have been broken in half. It's just run out. I thought it was a big ball. I said there was more than one ball on it. Well, there was. And it's run out. I'm going to have to knot it. I don't like knots in the middle of the row, but I didn't expect it to run out. Oh, gosh, I can't get down there. I need longer arms. Yeah, that's been undone, hasn't it, and re-knitted. Never mind, it'll crochet. It will crochet. Wonder how he's doing with his chicken coop. For those of you who don't watch Jude, he lives in Scotland and he's building a chicken coop, or he was last week. He hasn't got the chickens yet. And he hasn't got his dog yet. He's got a cat called Sven. Foxes Afloat have got their chickens now. They've tried to make it polecat proof. So I hope Jude does, because they lost all their chickens to a polecat. All the ones they had originally. The Foxes Afloat, yeah. They didn't even get eaten, they just got killed. And he left them all. He didn't even kill them to eat them. You know, you can understand if they kill things to eat them, can't you? But he just killed them, killed all their chickens. And I don't think Jude's making that hen pen very secure. So I hope he doesn't lose all his chickens. Night, night, Linda. I'm going in a minute as well. I'm just finishing the end of this row and then I'm off. I've crocheted 2 balls, whatever they are, 50 grams, I think. I don't think they're 100 grams. Although they might have been, I don't know. I think they were 50 grams. But because they were 4-ply, they've gone farther, haven't they? He did say once one died with cancer, that was his dad, because he was saying the other week that he got diagnosed with terminal cancer one week, and the week afterwards he was putting his stuff onto a car boot sale. But I don't know what happened to his mum. I don't think he said. But they died within a very short time. Yeah, he said it the other day when he was talking about his tool shed. And he was wearing his dad's overalls and that. He was saying his dad used to wear the overalls when he was doing his work. I think he's the only child as well. I don't think he has any brothers or sisters. Yeah, he was saying about all the tools and that he inherited from his dad, and about how his dad used to save bits of string and everything. Just reminded me of my dad. You know, it'll come in useful. Yeah, he said his dad was very, very matter of fact when they gave him the prognosis like that, you know, he didn't have long to live, and he just said, oh, he just started selling his stuff off, you know, and organising it all. But I don't know what happened to his mum. I don't think he said. But you can watch the older videos before he moved to Scotland. What was he called? Tangle something or other. Stranded Dye Works, that's what his other videos are called. Before he moved to Scotland. Right, I'm stopping now. I've done. I've done for the night. You almost finished with the dishcloth. I've done not even half of a shawl. I've done about a quarter of a shawl. I don't know how many balls I'll put into it, but I'm on my second ball. And the other one was a rewound up ball, but obviously she'd used that bit before. I think they're 50 grams. Yeah, 50 gram balls they were. Yeah, I shall do some more of that tomorrow when I'm watching Leslie. If you watch Leslie, not quite enough yarn. Poor girl, she's going through it at the moment. She's on cancer treatment. She lost all her hair. She's still very, very positive, though. Very, very positive lady. And she's very funny if you ever watch her. She's great fun. So you can watch Rewilding Jude up in making his chicken coop in Scotland, or you can watch Leslie, Not Quite Enough Yarn, or you can watch Alternative Aging, or you can watch Joe Good. What else can you watch? Quite a few. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you very much for your company. And if anybody's bought me a coffee, thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Especially because I go out on a Thursday for my brunch. So it would be nice for you to join me in a coffee. Just saying, just saying. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and put a comment. It doesn't matter if you just put hello. So good night, everybody, whoever's left. Nathan, Munchkin, Enid, Linda's gone, Val's gone, Chris, maybe. Yeah, Chris. Chris is still here, yeah. So night, everybody that's left. If I've missed you, sorry. And I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye now.